off for now. Okay. So that says we're streaming. Let's just doubly check here. Make that big screen. All right, cool. So, how we doing? I'm probably just gonna hop on. I know it's really early back in the U.S. time, but I want to work on some stuff today, and I figured I would just kind of, hang out a little bit and work on it and do live stream for it. Why not? So, been making great progress. You saw last weekend when I worked on the V0 build, which is right here. Been doing a little bit more on it, put the skirts on it, whatnot. But this is going to be tomorrow's live stream. Today, though, I need to get this fixed. I was printing out the last few parts, and somehow one of the pieces came dislodged and just totally screwed the print. So I have this huge blob on here now that just is bad. It's real bad. See that in there? So we're going to go ahead and work on this, see what we can do. Preheat to ABS, and see if I can at least pull it off. Now I do have a new back plate carrier thing here that needs to go in as well, because this one, for the astute among you that have seen the time lapses, my Pinda probe is not perpendicular anymore to the bed, and it's not parallel with the actual carriage here, so that definitely needs to be fixed. So we're going to try to get this filament off first, and then I probably will not be able to salvage the part cooling fan, which for right now is fine. I just need to get this last ABS print printed, and then I can look to reprint it out of ABS or PETG. Right now it's PETG. We'll see what I end up doing though with that. You have to excuse the desk is an absolute mess because I'm still working on the B0, which is what is all over right now. Come on. Almost there. I hope it doesn't break my thermistor wire or my heater wire, which doesn't look like it did. Sweet. There it is. Can salvage the thing here. Maybe not. It's kind of ripped, but the that is totally melted into there. 100% melted in. So there's definitely no, yeah, you can see how much that's melted in there. We can see the first bit of it, ouch. Let's reset that and then turn this off now because I need the power off. Actually, I'm also going to pull the filament out. Get that out of the way real quick. So yeah, well, that was not the best, but things happen. All right, so now we're going to work on taking this apart. I also do have all new bearings for this, so I think I will put those on. Let me go out to this. Just do like this, I think. But yeah, so I have new bearings to put on. It's been a while since I've had a failure, but thankfully, again, it did not really break too much. Have another silicone sock here to use, which should work out just fine. This is a non-genuine E3D one. I have a genuine E3D one here. Looks like we need to get some more. I've got a couple left. Let's do this one here. Okay, so new silicone sock. Now we got to take apart the hot end. Yeah, this is a real bummer. I mean, I had to do this anyways. I just was really wanting to get this these last parts done. I can't do that. It's fine. I wanted to get these last parts fixed. I mean, I could have just melted that right off and then called it a day right there, but I'd rather just get it on the desk once and work on it. Dustin, how you doing, buddy? Those are for the fan. These are for the fan on this side. So the other crucial thing is trying to remember where all of these screws go. It's always the hardest part when doing this. So I have to remember all the different ways this thing comes apart. This is the Butterworth design hot end for the Prusa. It is superior to the Prusa because it is easier to get your hot end out, but that's not everything that I need to do. Come on. Trying to get these bolts out. That one. Oh, well, that's snapped off. Wonder if that's another part that I need to reprint. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just this tiny little bit of the flange. I think it's okay. I'm fine with it. Whoops. Oh. And this nut sits in here. And you can just sit to the side now. Okay, so there's our hot end. Now I can remember how to take apart the rest of this. I have to get all the way back to the bearings off. That's the big thing. So I can put new bearings in. These ones, so I've had the Prusa for, I think last I talked about it, I think I agreed that it's been about 7 years that I've had this printer. Or 6 years about, 6 to 7 years. Quite a long time. Quite a very, very long time. So it's definitely due for a little bit of TLC. Some new parts won't hurt it. But yeah, this main body here is what needs to come off. Down here. Okay, so that's off of there like that. And then I think it's just snip the zip ties here. What is still holding this on? don't want to take off this entire cable chain here, so I'm trying to not do that. Okay, I'm kind of unsure at the moment, so let's take, all right, let's get the probe out. Oh yeah, screwed it from the front here. There we go. And it looks like I've got some bearing issues in there. See that? That's the bearing wearing out. So I think we should go ahead and do a bearing replacement as well while we're at it for the hot end bearing. These guys are going to be difficult to take off as well. I'm not quite sure how I want to do that yet. Not sure at all. But I think one step at a time. Let me get another set of extruder bearings. I think I have another set here. Here we go. So I have an extra set right here. And this will be here on the idler. So we need to push this out. Something smaller than that. Yeah. All right, where do I put the new bearings? There's the new ones. And then this slides back in. Pin goes back in. Okay, new idler bearing. That should get rid of that issue. Alright, so, oh, this is not the same one. Son of a gun. Yeah, this definitely isn't going to work. This is just the bare 2.0 one, isn't it? Because it's one screw that holds it in. So, let's, I'm going to go and find that real quick on the other one. So, got to give me a second here. So, it's called Buttersworth Extruder MK3. And then we'll print this on. We'll put it on Hound. Get that warmed up. Where's it at? Hound. Discard. Right. 3 perimeters. 4 and 4 is fine. We want a heavier so. I don't know which one of these it is. So we need just like that. Slice and dice. Oops, no, we need to change that to PETG. So 5, 30. Temperature, PETG. I'll let that get warmed up. And then I need my black PETG, which I think is this guy. Yep. So what I'll do is I'll kick this off, and then I'll go ahead and do all the bearing replacements, because that's going to take a while. I mean, printing this is not going to be, it's not going to take a minute, but I can at least get all the bearings done in this, because it will take some time to get the whole Z taken apart and ready to go, or at least enough to replace the parts. It's going to take, it says 2 hours 50 minutes. I might speed it up a little bit once it gets started, because I would prefer that it went a little bit faster than that. But I plan on streaming for a while, so I think it'll be okay. Okay, so take that out. I think this is my only roll of black PETG. I wouldn't mind reprinting some of the other parts, but to see if I have another roll of black PETG. I'm actually going to take the texture. No, I'm not. Do I have another textured plate somewhere? I am. I'm going to take the textured plate from there. Actually, it's covered in stuff. I think I'll be okay. We'll just do some glue stick to give it an adherence layer, interface layer. Okay, so now we can go ahead and do upload and print. All right, I'll let that go now. This printer just, it needs a lot of work too, because I killed Octoprint. I didn't kill it. Octoprint died. I updated like one silly plugin in it, and then it just totally toasted it. I wonder, do I have another roll of black PETG anywhere? I think this is PLA. Nope, that's ABS. I'm going to need the ABS though, because I'm going to print a new shroud for this on it. But I don't think I have another roll of PETG anywhere. Wait, what's this? No, that's PLA. What's up here? There's black PETG. Can I reach it? Without bringing down all the other filament. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Another roll black PETG. So we're going to warm up Optimus here. And I'll print this front piece that's broke. I'll reprint that as well. Everything else looks to be in good enough shape. Nothing else is melty. That seems like. And the switch looks like it's okay as well. So yeah, I think we'll just print both those pieces. There it is. Okay, so delete that, delete that, delete that, and that. All these little pieces. I need to get the Mark III fan shroud though, I think. Because this doesn't have the fan shroud in it. It's not a fan shroud. So I need to pull down the STLs for the Mark III's. And just need the fan shroud. Oh nice, they have it just on printables now. That's pretty nice. So files. Give me the fan shroud. Download. That does not look like it's going to fit. Where's that Butterworth fan shroud then? Why is it not a part of this? I'm so confused why it's not here. All right, I'm going to open up the step file and see if we can get it from there. So file, open my computer, desktop. Yeah, the fan shroud's not here. What the heck? I don't remember which one it uses. I need just the MK3S printed parts. Here we go. I see the S because the thing has to be at an angle. Files. Fan shroud, fan shroud, fan shroud. Where are you at? Fan shroud, there it is. That's the one I need. It's a 10 meg file. It's a fan shroud, guys. Alright, that's what I need right there. Sure that this one is printing well for the first layer. I think you might need to raise it up a smidge. No, that's a pretty good first layer. I'll take it. Okay, we'll let that go. I thought I had extra fan shroud printed actually for this, because I had lost one before because it melted. And okay, I have an extra bare fan shroud here. I have one somewhere. I know I do. I really don't want to have to print another one. Let me just unload Optimus Prime here. This is fine. Let me look for the fan shroud real quick. I have extra parts here under the desk. Again, there's certain things that I've kept as spares, and I think actually they were printed in orange, if I remember correct. It might have been black though. I need to clean out these boxes. I need another bare fan shroud here. That's not what I want though. There's another bare fan shroud. Actually, both versions, the 2.0 and 2.1. Maybe I used them all, which is very valid. Again, given the issues that I've had. Put those on. Ooh, while I'm in here, I need to grab out some glue sticks. This is where I keep my spare glue sticks at. I don't have any more of the big ones, sadly. Alright, so it's not in this box. One other box to check. It's not in there. Oh man, if it's in here, it's going to be tough to find. This is my parts. Yes, there it is. I do have a couple of them. Sweet, and it's orange. Saved by the day. I've got that. And I actually have several more in here, so that's good to try to remember. I did sort this bin out recently to reorganize it, but like it's all of my spare boards and screens and just all kinds of stuff. Dang it. I can't go one day without dropping something. Perfect. I'm pretty sure this is a direct replacement. Yes, it is. Oh, there's a nut in this one. Pull that out somehow. These square Prusa nuts are definitely something you don't want to lose, because then trying to find another one sometimes can be tricky. I have some that I bought that were ended up being oversized for the Prusas, which I can tell you was incredibly annoying to find out after I already bought them. Alright, so we have a new fan shroud, and it matches hot dog. Alright, let's get this deleted then. Change this over to Optimus Prime. PTG. Slice this. Okay, so Now that that is ready, we can get our filament ready. Fugatech PETG is what I'm using. It's a very good PETG. I've had issues with Zyltech PLA before. The ABS prints well. I've only really used a black and white ABS for both the Born Legacy and hey Nadav. No buddy, it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me. So I am already done with work for the day. Had a nice short day today, and I need to work on things, so I figured I would stream today. Instead of just, I mean, I'd work on these anyways, but I figured if I would just do this, make some content out of it. The Hemera is still the most difficult extruder that I have to load, bar none. You have to cut the filament just right for it to go in there. Slightly on the annoying side. Okay, well that is good to go now. Now I can hit upload and print, upload and print. And I can say to my printer, make it so. Check here. Looks like it's going down just fine. So I'll give that a second to get printing, and then I'll get back to disassembly. Oh man. Because I'm going to have to take both of these axes off. Both Z in order to get the carriage off. And probably I'll go ahead and loosen the motors, because if I do that, then I don't need to take the wires off the back, because that definitely won't work out. Put my phone there so I can see when it goes off, because my watch is just about dead. Oh no, not yet. 14%. It's still good. Alright, we're on the final preheat over here, I think. Bed is at temperature. It's just waiting for the hot end to kind of get up there. Okay, fine tuning. Let's hope this guy doesn't give any problems. Either of these printers. I'd like these to just work for me today. Oh, I just hit restart. Dang it. Print. 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 Alright, I'll start that over again. I was wiping the screen with my hand, and of course it's touchscreen, and the very last thing on the screen is the emergency stop. So, alright, we need to get the filament out of the way here. the air conditioner on because it's getting hot in here. Okay, so that's going to be our best thing to do here, because in order to do X and Y, or Z and X, I got to take these guys off. So we're just going to drop the motors. Okay, motor's dropped. We can pull out that guy. Same over here. We need to take this off first. For those of you that are curious, this is a reverse Bowden tube setup. I do it on all my printers. It keeps the filament much more consistently pulled than running a standard direct drive setup. Are you starting? Yes, it is. Okay, let me see here. First prime line looks okay. Okay, that is off to the races. We got about 2 hours and change to kill while those items are printing. We can take this out. Okay. So, what do we want to do first? I guess we can go ahead and drop these Z bearings out. Oh, they got the lip there. Oh, I got to take that off to get them off. Dang it! I forgot about that. So they don't fall out the bottom. Should be pretty easy to do though, I think. Whoop, there we go. There's 1 and 2. So, these bearings, again, they weren't bad. They're just definitely seeing their age. And you can't go wrong with IKOs. Definitely can't go wrong with IKOs. I think this is what all of my printers use, or a fair bit of them use IKOs. They're Japanese bearings that the only place I've ever found them was on AliExpress. I don't know if they're anywhere else. So put that in that way, and then this one we will rotate a little bit. It is 90 degrees of the other one. That was not 90 degrees at all. That's 90 degrees. Okay. So we can do that, and then we can reattach this. So don't lose any parts. Okay, so one side done. Now I can do the other side. Okay. One. Whoa! It's good that you guys weren't on that one because you went for a ride. Two. Get out 2 more bearings. I also don't pack these bearings. So I know a lot of people do pack their bearings with lithium grease. I do not. I feel that too much dust gets in there and then they get gunked up very quickly. Ow. So I don't do that. I'll use like a 3-in-1 oil, or I'll use the oil that comes on these because they come oiled. Getting it on my hands just doing this. So I'm going to do that bearing straight like that. And then this one, do like that. Because I feel like every time I go and need to check my bearings, the lithium grease is just absolutely caked with dust and everything. I'm very much of the mind these days of it depends where you live and whether or not you should pack your bearings and what your environment is like. Most places I live, it's pretty doggone dusty. So, can you let go of that, please? There's still a screw holding this together. There has to be. There we go. Okay. There's those guys there, and let's see if we can just... Isn't there a push thing? No, there's not. There's just the... Oh, I can't do that. I got to take the belt off. Shoot. Or can I just... No, I have to... I can just take the motor off. That's what we're going to do. That'll be easier than undoing the belt. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Yep, just like that. Drop the motor off. And then now I can take off these sides. Hopefully, without too much fuss. I think it's going to be a lot of fuss. I think it's going to be tough to get these off. Without taking these all the way off, it's going to be tough, I think. I'm trying to do this simply. Watch the other side come off. Come on, get up here. Quick print check. Looks like they're still going okay. Wait, we got movement. I can't do it within the thing here. Oh, we're taking more apart here, guys. Taking more apart here. I also don't want to break the Z motor mount. What, me trying to, you know, peel the printer apart? Oh wait, there's 3 screws? Yes, there is. Can I get to the third one? Not like that, I can't. Okay. Now, we got more freeform here. Oh, they're walking out. They're walking out. Oh, there's one. And that one came out the bottom. Okay. Okay, so we'll take these 2 off here this way, and we'll just put the other one on that way. I think we'll do that. That will work. So I need 3 more here. Really try not to break the 3D printed parts. And I'm also trying to do this in the least amount of effort absolutely possible, because that is how I do it. The least amount of effort. Another reason why I'm changing out the bearings, I've definitely noticed some imperfections in the prints lately, and I think it's related to bearings because everything else seems to be tight enough. Kick this over to this side somehow, like that, and there's the bottom bearing. The bed plate shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. I say that and watch it be like the biggest pain in the world here. Okay. Now we can get these back in like that. Okay, and then we're going to try to put this motor mount back on. Come on, please. Oh, no, there goes a screw. I need to get a magnet for my screwdriver here for situations like this, because it's kind of hard to reach in there. Trying to use a pair of tweezers to hold the bolt where I need it to be, and it's not working whatsoever. Did that work? Money. There it is. Sweet. Okay. So we get these 2 tightened on. Bottom one tightened on. All right. Take care of that in a minute. I need to re-secure this. All right, well, 7 out of 10 bearings are replaced so far. It's not too bad. Now this side. It's nice, all I gotta do is pull it back up and then reattach these 4 screws to them, and we're back. I'm gonna have cramps in my hand again. So last weekend, after the, what was it, 8.5 hour stream of assembling the V0, my thumb was totally cramped up because of just all of the screwing of the tiny screws was just brutal on my hands. Okay, got that one on. And that one on. Okay. Let's get the motor remounted. Okay, and now we can mount this guy back on. Get the bearings back where they belong. And we need to get some zip ties. Exclusive screwing. It was no joke, man. It was, I've never had to, like, it's such small parts. Shoot, where'd that fall out from? Oh, it's this guy here. Like, everybody jokes how small the parts are for the V0, and you just kind of, like, laugh at them, like, oh, but, like, when you do it, it's no joke. My dad was a industrial wireman, and now I know why he had such big hands from just working on all those terminals and things like that, and the constant, you know, labor with his hands. Okay, so those are all connected. I gotta get the belt back in there. And then the nylon goes in there. And we got the probe, fans. I can reattach this back piece now. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Okay. And that was that last one that fell out. And I can see there's still some filament on this, so before I fully put it back together, I will heat it up and try to get the rest of the ABS off. There's still a good chunk here on the back. We'll just clean up the hot end while we do that. When we do that, okay. So that's back on at least. I think that's as far as we can get for that. Now I can put these top braces back on though, so the Z-rods aren't just flailing about, as they will. There we go. Hey Dan. Good to see you too, buddy. How you been? Okay, and then now we'll do this top bar. Cool, that fell out. Nope. Man, I need magnetic weehaws. Okay. We're going to tighten the motor down now. Didn't do that yet. Squeak, 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 squeak. It's like a dog's chew toy. Trying to hunt everybody's radar. That's a very valid thing to do, Dan. Okay, so those are tightened, these are tightened, tops are back on, this is on, and we move. Very nicely too. All that's got to stay there, so we're just going to scooch this back a little bit, and actually I'm just going to get my parts tray. Well, there goes the level. Just going to put all of this into here. At least most of it. Get out of the way. Like that. Okay. The other thing I had noticed is I lost magnets in my bed. So these fell out the other day. Excuse me, on this side. Two of them right next to each other. So I have 5-minute epoxy, but I don't know if it'll work on this bed. I really don't know. And I got to take the bed off anyways. So let's set that there for the moment. I think we might try it. If anybody knows if I can or can't, would love to hear you say so. Put the motor like that. Okay, you stay there. Yeah, I have no idea if I can 5-minute epoxy these in or not. Should be okay, just maybe just use a little. Dustin shrugs shoulders. I don't know. I think some 5-minute epoxy and some Captain tape would be okay. Maybe just Captain tape. Again, this bed is really old. This has seen a lot of heat. Oh, there's still one left. It's like, why is this not coming off easily? Let's move all these spacers so we don't lose them. And, oh, I have a thing here. Learn from my mistakes, folks. Don't scratch the top of your PCB bed, especially these ones, because it's like a matte finish. They're not very strong, and I've scratched them and I've ruined the beds before. So I think I'm going to tape over all of these, but these two I think we'll do a little bit of epoxy in there. But I have tape, a little bit of a thicker roll. So this should be fine to tape over all of those, just to make sure they don't fall out again, or if they do, at least the tape will hold them in there. Because I'm a little worried about that happening again. So I need epoxy. It's right here. I need something to stir it in or on. I've got a little baggie here. I need to stir. Where's my epoxy stirrer at? Here it is. Don't need much. Put the lid back on. So this is 5 Minute by Gorilla Glue. Pretty easy just to do a little bit in there, a bit much, and a little bit in here. Put those here. So now I'll figure out polarity. You're attracted that way, which means you go in that way. Nope, nope, nope. Please go in there. Just trying to skate out. And then you go in here. Yeah, we're definitely trying to skate out. Get that wiped up, and now for the tape. Scissors, tape. Well, I've gotten printers over the years, and like, they just give you an entire roll of tape for absolutely no reason. I mean, I'm guessing this stuff is just like incredibly cheap. Or at least the kind they include is incredibly cheap. I don't know, but it's always a bewilderment to me of why you give me an entire roll of tape. I'm gonna have it for like the rest of my life. Have these like same 2 or 3 rolls that I never ever use. Oh, don't put the tape in the epoxy seam. You can throw that away now. That piece is trash. Ugh. I need to get, I've seen people make they've made either out of wood or they 3D printed tape dispensers. And I definitely need to get one for just all of the either packing tape or Captain tape. Having some electrical tape ones might be nice. Oh my God, cut. Without cutting me, please. I just need new scissors. That's why I might be there. So many magnets. Interesting. This is also, I guess I haven't insulated any of the small beds that I have. I've insulated all the big beds that I have for the big 3D printers, but never any of the small ones. Morning from Ohio, Eric. How you doing? It's Friday. Although stream midday, it might give people the wrong impression that I'm a full-time streamer or YouTuber, but I'm not. Just got done with work early today, and I'm also many hours ahead of the US, so makes it nice for me. Because I wanted to get this done today. Depending on how the printed parts are going, I might end up turning the camera around and working on the BLV, because the new thermistor came in for that. And but I'm waiting for the new parts for this to print because I thought I had the correct part printed. I do not. It's a bare part. Okay, those are already very well stuck in there. Okay, so we can flip this back over this way. And we can reattach the bed, I think. Let's go see how my prints are doing here. Main body's looking good, 20% into it. 31% into the front part. It's looking a little bit stringy because that PETG's been out for a little while, so that's okay, that'll melt off. Big mug of coffee, there you go, man. What you need here to stay started, go ahead to it. My wife still thinks I am the weirdest person she's ever met and married because I don't drink coffee. And I meet people, they're always so confused. Brings on great questions. Like, are you Mormon? Where are you at? Oh, wait, no. Before I do this, hold the presses. I gotta do the bearings. So that's just going to be as simple as cutting these zip ties. Which have been on here forever. Never replaced these zip ties, I don't think. Probably should have degreased the rods when I had them off, but yeah. So we're going to go that way out the back. 1, 2, and then now we got to get those off. So I think I can go ahead and use my Fix-It kit for the win with the nut driver. Here's the handle. So let's open these other ones up. Alright, if anybody that just joined, I am in the process of replacing all of my bearings on my Mark IIIS because it needs it. Am I aligned properly? Like that. Okay. I appreciate it, Eric. Thank you for that. I'm happy to be one of your favorites. I don't really consider myself a streamer, but okay. I mean, I guess I do a ton of streams. That's because they're easier than editing. Editing gets tough with just recording also just gets tough with lots of kids. It's definitely been one of the difficulties of coming home from work, you know, dinner, take care of the kids, bath times, bedtime, and then, you know, not really getting able to start working until, it's what, 7:30, 8 o'clock when I start. And I'm usually tired at that point. At least I'm tired enough to not want to get in front of a camera. And then I'm definitely too tired to want to edit. Speaking of which, let me text her back. Okay. I need to get a sponsorship with iFixit because I freaking love their stuff. This is the best kit to have. I've used it. I cannot even say how many times or how many places I've taken my iFixit kit. I just bought, I think in the winter or last summer, my dad didn't have any precision screwdrivers anymore. And I needed a set there to work on a laptop. So I bought the little tiny iFixit kit, and that just worked out great. Where did I put that last bearing? There it is. But having that, because here I've got the giant, what's this, the Mantis kit or whatever it is, I don't know. It's got every single bit known to man in it. 60-some, 70-some bits, I don't know. this the bent one? Oh man, can't get that out. Man, this does not want to go in there, does it? So I want to be at just like this angle here. See if I can get one of these to bite. You got 5 too, Eric? So do I, buddy. Struggles are real, man. We can relate. Man, I have to give some more love tap, I think, here. I can't get that this U-bolt to go through. It's stuck on that side. What else can I do here? Nope, can't do that. Oh, this doggone U-bolt. Can I drop it all the way out? Yeah, there it is. Why aren't you wanting to go in? We can pinch it just a little bit here. Oh, nope, that's too wide. Oh my goodness, same thing again. I'm really going to just put a screw through my hand, a bolt through my hand. I just can feel it. I think I might have hit it a little too much there. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So it's going to go like this. Just get in there and then I'll realign it. I'm going to put those, here they are. Okay. Oh, you're aligned. Good deal. Okay, those are snug on there. And they look pretty aligned. It needs a quick wipe down. Okay, there's that one. That guy. Sweet. Okay. So now zip tie time. if these ones are going to work. I think they're supposed to go on the outside, right? I have some smaller ones here that might be better. Yep, that works. So that's all the bearings done. Now it's just time to put everything back together the way it belongs. So I'm doing the zip ties on the bearing blocks, or on the linear rod blocks now. It's funny, these are very controversial for people though, having the zip tie blocks basically. But they work. I mean, it's just to keep them from moving out of place. They can't, they're captured in one direction. I want to move this bearing here just back a smidge. Make sure we're getting that full travel movement there. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to a different bit for these guys. Nope. Bigger. Yep, I'm going to go with a straight bit. I don't want to go with the ball end because I don't want to screw these up. So that goes there. Twist the bed around. Screw goes in. Find it? Sweet. There it is. Okay, now for the annoying part of all the rest of these. So you gotta do this, and this. Just get them all just on. Not tighten it all yet. Just biting in. Other side's going to be tough. I might have to spin this around. All right, 2 left. And I'm missing a spacer. There it is. Like, how can I lose this right here in front of my face? Like, legitimately. Okay, so we go middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that should be it for that. Yes, indeedy. Belts feel good. Okay. So now I think we can go ahead and power this back on and just finish cleaning off this hot end. I think that would be a wise thing to do. So there's still a big chunk of filament on there. Alright, so let's go to settings, temperature, nozzle. Let's do 200 just to get it off. Doesn't need to be crazy. A favorite printer in my arsenal and why? That's really tough. I mean, I hate to be like a basic B and say the Mark III, but it is my most consistent printer by far. I wouldn't say it's the most capable, but it's the fastest one I have as well, which I don't really care about speed. I don't print for speed. I print for accuracy and for quality. So, hello, Madeline. And good morning, wife. Afternoon, Jake in Europe. But yes, I mean the Prusa is super capable machine. I greatly enjoy using it because again, it's just reliability over all these years. It's kind of just worked for me. Very few like real hiccups, I'd say. Just trying to scrub the filament off. I just got a brass bristle brush here and able to just get the filament off of here. Do it before it heats up too much and I can't hold it. If I get anything skinnier I can put in there without it melting. I wonder if a zip tie will melt or not. There's filament that's stuck in the clamp for the heater cartridge. And again, I don't want it to kind of spooge out at any time. reset and turn that off. That can cool down now. Okay. That's good to go then. Hello, Emma. Oh, my kids are waking up, so. Such little sillies. All right, well, this is looking pretty good. I got epoxy dried well on my little test thing there, so that's good. To wash my hands. All right, give me just a second. Let me wash my hands here real quick. Oh, shoot. That working? Okay. I shocked the laptop. I will say, Eric, so here's the other thing, too. As a dad of 5, you know that your favorite kid is the one that's not in trouble right now or being a jerk. It's kind of how 3D printers go, too. So you have a lot. My favorite one is whenever one's really working well at the time. Like the BLV MGN Cube is a giant Core XY machine, big nozzle. It spits filament like there's no tomorrow. If I want to do a big project, that is a go-to. It works really, really well. I like so Optimus Prime is one of my custom printers because it has a E3D Hemera on it and prints the absolute greatest flexible filament that I've ever done. Those prints come off like absolutely great on that. All the other ones are fairly generic. Like, they just work. You know, all my custom builds, the Bear builds, the other custom builds, the clone Prusa MK3S that I made, Ultra Magnus, the ANS A8 mod to be kind of like a Bear. The FT5, when that's working well. Again, we're a little out of spec right now. I need to really sit down one day and try to figure out my spec issue and flow issue with that. But when they're all working, I love them. When they're not working, they're such a pain in the butt. Like, I need to do another stream here for the Bear, the 2.0 Bear that I have, that's Nemesis, because it's getting a lot of clogging. So I just got some new throats that are literally sitting on the build plate that I need to swap out. So, again, I try to be unbiased in most of my printers, but it comes down to most likely whatever one is working that day is the one that I'm really liking. I'm not liking this one right now because it failed last night. I was hoping to have all my parts done. You're in the doghouse. So hopefully, once I get all this fixed and then I do my bed level again, and then it'll work out well, I'm hoping. That's really just how it goes. I'm really disliking Octoprint right now because it corrupted. Now I have to redo all of Octoprint. I have to reinstall Canvas Hub. I have to reconnect my palette to it, reconfigure all the USB ports on it. It just reconfigure Octorant and everything for my camera here, because that posts to Discord when I print with this printer in the What Am I Printing channel. Like, that's really the honest truth is, yes, overall, this has been my favorite machine. Bought and paid for with my money, well, money that I made through Patreon and things like that. It took about 10 months to save up to buy this thing. It was definitely well worth the investment. I think if anybody's looking for a pretty solid machine, a Prusa, you really can't go wrong. Community is pretty good. You always have those the Prusa snobs, you know, people that think that Prusa is better than everything else. I don't think it's better than everything else. I just think it works really good. I've also not tried every other printer out there. So let me see, how are we? We're still printing over here. We're still a smidge fuzzy on it, but it's okay. 58% on the front part, and the main body is slowly coming along. We're going to speed this guy up a little bit. Still says it has an hour and 19 left. We're going to speed up 25%. Looking good though. Definitely looking good. Alright, let's clean up some of the stuff here. I don't know where that other bearing went. I dropped it from the idler bearing for this guy. I dropped it somewhere. So we can clean up some of this stuff now, get it out of the way here. I still need just this one. I don't need these anymore. I think I put everything back the way it belongs on there. I might, while we're kind of hanging out and waiting for it, I might prep some of the, I do need to drill. Oh, I forgot to bring a drill in. I need to drill some parts for my V0 build. And I need to tap them as well. So I'm going to go grab a drill real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. 4mm is what it is. I got the acrylic yesterday in the mail for the top hat of the V0, but I didn't buy the extrusion because I wanted to use what I had. So I just need to do some cross-through holes into these parts and then tap them. Which all in all should be pretty easy to do. At least they measure 4mm holes, but that hits. Let's try a 3.5mm hole. Just have to be able to fit the Allen wrench in for these pass-through holes. Get my trash can over here. I don't want to get aluminum flakes down there, and then that fits just fine. I wonder if those are actually 3mm. Yeah, I don't think it matters. They're going to get hidden anyways. So, how big is this? Would a 3mm hole work? Let's try 3mm real quick. So we know 4 is too big. I keep putting things back. Okay, let's put 4mm away. Let's do a 3mm. See if this works. Ah! My clamp fell. Yep, 3mm hole works just fine. A little bit of blowout on that one, but that's fine. All right, so those two are done. Do these two, and then we'll tap. Tap, tap, tap it in. There we go. There's that one. Okay. Too easy for that. Now for the tapping part, which is always scary because you never know how it's going to go. Good. All right, so I have an M3 tap here somewhere. That is an M4. Is this an M3? Yeah, I think this is an M3. The slow and steady wins the race. helps too. Tap this side. So we'll get some oil there. Tap. Came loose. All right, let's see if a screw goes into that easily enough now. Too easy. That's one. Actually, I have. Did I just get a splinter? I don't know, but that hurt. Okay, so one's done. Three more to go. Easy day again. Make sure that the threads work. Now we're 70% on the front part. Numero 3. Check. What do we got here? If I could have just one thing that's universal amongst 3D printers, what would it be? Or standardization? Ooh, there's some pretty good standards out there nowadays. Flex build sheet, auto bed leveling, filament runout sensor. I think if I had to pick one thing that is the biggest game changer for 3D printers, it would be auto bed leveling. I think any 3D printer that comes out should have some form of auto bed leveling. I don't think the build surface matters. Like flex build sheet, yes, it helps, but the peace of mind that you get with auto bed leveling is just amazing. I don't think there's a single manufacturer right now today that should be selling a 3D printer that doesn't have auto bed leveling on it. If I had to say a second thing, it would be something better than Marlin. So people learning Clipper and then using whatever their flavor is. I don't think there's anything. Marlin has had its day. It was great. It was time to move on. Web-based, ease of compatibility, ease of configurability. Like the fact that I can just go to a web page, change the config, hit save and restart, and then it starts. Like then you have the new config. But I think, yeah, with all of the new tech out there, and with just the way that we're going, having something that's easy to configure, yourself. Now, I get not everybody, and that's why I say it's a close runner-up, because people just want to buy a printer and print. They might not want to actually deal with the issues that is 3D printing and worrying about your own firmware and things like that. They might just not want to do that, which I get. But I think it's time for Marlin to be replaced as the primary firmware for 3D printers. Trying to clean off my tap. I went pretty well. Didn't break a tap, and I think they're pretty straight. They don't have to be perfect. There's the other nice thing about it. They're just for the cam locks. Prepping that for the ball run stream will be beneficial, just to kind of have that done. Oh, man. Alrighty then. Well, I guess while I'm sitting here, I'm going to go ahead and do I have an Octoprint image? Because, again, I got to redo this doggone thing. No, that's fine. So use a custom image. No, I don't want that. There's the fluid pie. Let's check downloads. Octopi. Choose storage. That guy. Right. Yes. Okay. We'll let that run now. I can put this away for now. So Jake says +1 for auto bed leveling. Now I think Jake is the one. Jake likes Octoprint, which is fine, but I think having the web interface built in, whether it be a built-in with a Pi or built-in via the firmware, which is still a Pi, via Clipper, I think it's a better way to go. Because the fact that OctoPi, my Octo instance died on this printer, really put a hamper on me because I am then back to the, oh, I need to go get the SD card out of my printer and take it over, put it in, save to it, take it back, put it in, and print, instead of literally just hitting print on my computer and it going to the wall of printers, whatever ones I want it to go to. Jake, were you the one that said that you had a FiSec Boron V0? I can't remember who was in the stream that said the other day they had it. So the kit came with this cable. It's yellow and it's labeled PE. I don't know what PE stands for or what this cable something. I don't know. I have no idea. It's a yellow cable. There's no PE cable on the wiring diagram that came from FiSec either. I have no idea what it's for. I don't see it anywhere here. Or if anybody has a guess to what PE stands for, I'd love to hear it, because literally no idea. I think we can turn this off for now. Don't need that much AC. Where's the, come over here. So this is 20% on writing the image. Good, good, good. All right, so people were getting, I think you guys might be seeing buffering, it looks like. Yeah, my bandwidth just kind of took a nosedive. Sadly, I don't think you can change that live, I don't think. Wish I could figure out which of these parts failed, because they were going down so well. Must have been one little bit with not quite a good enough adhesion. That's probably what it was. So I guess I can save this for this guy up here. Let's see, how long do we have left on our part here? Halfway through, it's about 55 minutes left. So I think I'm going to pull Nemesis over here and work on it. Because I got to do it anyways. And since that one really needs to come here onto the desk. Oh my God, will you please come out? Oy vey. Set that printer there. Let's get Nemesis. Here's Nemesis. So again, Nemesis is my 2.0 Bear printer. Man. And it's clogging on me. So we're going to go ahead and plug it in. Which way was on? That's on. Okay. And I'm going to home it. We'll move it up. As you notice, there is no screen. So this is a headless printer. And I've got some new throats. These are all metal, I think these ones are. Yeah, these are all metal. But these are genuine E3D all metal throats, which I wanted. So that goes in my E3D part drawer. I have a clone E3D drawer, and I have a genuine E3D drawer. I'm not, well, we did drop a bunch of frames. I'm dropping a bunch of frames right now. Why? It's like my internet is hurting right now, so I apologize. I don't think I can change any of this right now. Change any of that. Let's see. Yeah, I can't change any of the settings. See if I can do that. I don't think it's not a local thing, it's my interwebs. Well, we'll see how it goes. Jake, you said, is it electric? Is what electric? Just give me a second while I go to the computer and manage the printer. All right, I need to go to Nemesis. It's probably also out of date. You can update it later. It's not a now thing. So it's home on. Okay, so that's homed. Let's take out a little more now. Let's take out another 50. Perfect. Now we can this off out of the way, and I'm going to preheat this guy up first. Get the sock off. Maybe. Sock stuck on there pretty good. Oh, there's probably filament in there. It's just kind of cooked on there. So it looks okay. I need to heat up the nozzle because I need to take the nozzle off before I swap any of it out. So let's just do this to 200 and get my tools. So underlay wrenches. Okay. I need my crescent wrench. I want to just check what this buffering is looking like for everybody here. How bad's the buffering? That's what I want to know. Let's see here. Also sounds a little low to me. Is it loud enough for you guys, or should it be a little bit louder? I think it should be a little bit louder. Try that. That's a little bit better, I think. I think I'm being very loud, so let's go to 15. What was that? Okay, let's try to change another setting here, see if we can't get some better quality going on. Oh, the PE cable. Yes, the PE cable does say it is an electric cable. It has 2 spades or 2 fork crimps on it. That's fine. Still dropping lots of frames.